Hey, you guys, good morning. We are back. We're back in the saddle. In the saddle or on the saddle, Tony? I don't forget. Oh, we're back in the saddle. We're hanging out today and tomorrow, here from the Fox 11 newsroom here in Los Angeles. And we've got a couple of guests that we're waiting on today. For sure, we're going to hang out with Rove McManus. He is an Aussie. He's from Australia. Originally, he's got a new show here called Riot. It's a game show-ish kind of improv. We'll get him to explain what it's about. And also, Adam Carolla is in the house today. We're going to get a chance to hopefully chit-chat with him. He's got a show. Oh, no, is it a book or a show? I got to get all of this straight. President Me. Anyway, he was on Loveline with Dr. Drew. He's got a very interesting take on life in general. So hopefully we'll get a chance to chit-chat with Adam. We have our friends that are hanging out with us this morning. Trev is back from the UK. Nick is in Dallas. Nate from Colorado. And of course, we are joined by an Aussie today, Michael Tucker from Brisbane, and Hector from the Inland Empire. If you want to join the hangout, just let me know. Send me a message, and we can do something about that. We only let the cool people, the cool cats in the hangout. So we'll see.
The Hector's here. I'm just kidding.
Trev,
Thank
kids,
you, Trev.
he loves.
At least I am one of the cool people here. Thank
You
you.
are a cool cat. Yeah, absolutely. Now Christina, I wonder if she would like to hang out with us.
I sent Cher
Where's
to
Cher?
the link too because today's her birthday. Today's Cher's birthday.
Is it Cher's birthday? Okay, yeah.
It is.
You mean Cher Jones?
Yes.
No, the other Cher, Sonny and Cher. He's in.
Now, all right, Cher Jones.
Excuse me, Nick. Excuse me, Nick. Oh wait, no, Nick's not in. I don't think I heard Nick say something.
Let's put Nick in the dark side.
I haven't had to use my my mute button for a long time. Not mute, but I mean mute from the broadcast.
Off stage.
Off stage, thank you very much.
It's okay, I forgive you.
Tony's here too. Say hi, Tony. There he is.
Hey, Tony.
Hey.
Hey, how are you?
Man,
Good.
good.
Haven't seen you for ages.
Well, I know.
For ages.
Because
I'll have to speak the proper English, won't I? I'll have to get a better tone.
For ages. No, he blames me for being off for such a long time.
was that? Well, he wasn't here before that.
Exactly, Michael. You can't use that
You can't
excuse.
use
I can. I'm going to.
Yeah. It's been a very busy last couple of days, definitely for me. So
I bet.
today, but I had to have a hangout today because I promised that I would. I actually was talking to Tony yesterday. I go, "Do you think we should have a hangout tomorrow?" We have to because you said you would. So
Nice one.
So,
today, tomorrow. Mm-hmm.
so just some background on Rove. Rove actually has got a production company in Australia which produces network television as well, and some really good programs on that. And also, he won the equivalent of what's the TV? You have an Emmy for the TV. We have a gold Logie. It's actually like a statue. So he got the gold Logie for most popular person on Australian TV. That was about I think 2000. Let me have a look.
Scott Rebolt. We'll get your butt in the hangout if you got an invitation. Come and join us.
Yes, Scott's been in before.
Get in the hangout then, Scott. It's been a while. Let's see. Lilith, Arakilian. Lilith, do you want to join the hangout? Do you have a camera? Let me know. If you have a camera, there is a prerequisite for joining the hangout. You have to have a working camera, except for Sahar. Sahar is the only one that doesn't have to be on camera.
There's
Well, I
John.
think to be fair, it's anyone with that religious belief, I think, isn't it? Not just Sahar.
Well, for now,
Yeah.
I only know Sahar.
Right.
But yes. Yes. Graphics Real One. Tony, they're going to take our shot here in just a second. For those of you who are just joining us, we usually broadcast our hangout window to everyone in Southern California, all of Los Angeles, Orange County, Inland Empire, as well as Ventura. So it's quite a lot of people. And I try to make my window as big as I can here so that Everybody will be famous. Let's see. There we go.
Doing a little Oprah impression right there.
You get a car. You get a car. Boy, I wish I could do that.
Thanks.
Oh, I wish you could do that as well. To just us as well.
Send a car this way, please.
Pay taxes on it.
If you would have said new computer, I'd be all in. My computer just decided to kill itself.
Why do you look at that side of it?
Well, because it's a realistic side of it to look at.
Well, why don't you look at it this way? What if you sold the car, paid the taxes on it, and keep the rest?
Yeah. The thing is, Tony, I've got to completely disagree with that mindset. Honestly, it's like it's because I used to sell investment property, and people over here, sorry, real estate, and people over here seem to think there's a lot of people that have the mindset that when I sell it, I've got to pay 40% tax. So what? Who cares? You've just paid
So
the
what?
tax. Pay it. It doesn't matter. Just pay the tax. You just won a car.
So what?
So what? You get 60%
What do you mean, so
of
what?
something you didn't have before. How's
Exactly.
that?
Exactly.
And you should always pay your taxes because there's one surefire way to get in jail, and that's not paying taxes.
Yeah, I've always said.
Not paying enough tax, Maria.
Nice. Yeah, I've always said I'd rather, not that I'd mess with either, but I'd mess with the police before I messed with the Inland Revenue.
Yes, because the IRS will put you in jail.
Yeah.
Yep, that's how they get a lot of people. Actually, is the IRS does investigating, and then all of a sudden they find you have a huge drug lab, and then they put you away.
And you haven't paid taxes
you
on
haven't
any
paid
of that
taxes.
illegal activity.
Tax on your meth? That is out of order.
But it's because you haven't paid taxes, then they all of a sudden discover that you have all these other.
Who doesn't pay any tax?
A lot of people don't pay taxes.
Well, I mean, people who don't have much.
Politicians.
But I mean,
Rich people.
Well, a lot of rich people don't pay
Taxes
taxes.
for
Okay,
because they're
rich
poor.
people, politicians, same thing.
We were talking about Warren Buffett
yeah, I
yesterday.
mean, you know,
and how much.
I take write-offs and stuff like that, but I still have to pay.
Yeah, but you're still. I think when you make that kind of money, like when you make millions and millions of dollars, and you know you have a good money guy, all of your money is then transferred to
It's sheltered.
these different LLCs
It's
everywhere.
sheltered.
You know what I like about J.K. Rowling?
And the tax liability
lower,
on passive income, so-called passive income. In other words, if you're making millions of dollars, but it's not because you've actually been paid millions of dollars, but because your investments have reaped millions of dollars, the tax rate is much lower on that.
Oh, I know. It's
That's
crazy.
for you. I think over here it's not. You just get taxed as if it's
Yeah,
income.
I'm sure not over there, but here it is. Yeah, it's much lower. So,
Tony's giving us a lesson on how to pay taxes. And
well,
how to
you know, unfortunately, I don't have millions of dollars.
hang out with us.
invested in things.
YouTube.com/myfoxla.
How to pay taxes.
But yeah, Maria, J.K. Rowling, before she wrote Harry Potter, she used to live in a council flat, so she was basically, what do you call it, welfare, where
He
the
was
state
basically
pays.
on the dole,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So she was on that, and she was living in a little council flat with the kids, I believe. And so she would get money from the state. So now she keeps all the money in the UK. She doesn't put any of it offshore or anything like that. She pays full UK tax on all of the money. Because,
Yeah, well, you know what?
because-
And she's still richer than the Queen.
Oh yeah. Oh, they're miles richer. She said the reason why, she said, because the state kept me when I was in my worst,
Well, see, that's
so
a
now I'm going to give back.
that is a perfect good story. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
services like the
And you know what?
government
Frankly,
services are made for.
frankly, she can afford to do it.
Well,
now,
she's worth $1 billion.
over $1 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, I could, you know, I would do
I
that
would do that too.
Listen, let me just say this: if I won one of the big mega
Lottos.
lottery jackpots, I give a lot of the money away. I mean, how much money do you need?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'd give it away to like Ferrari dealerships and things like that. And
Well,
Anthony?
to charity stuff, I'd make sure that my
Do we have an
closest
update?
friends never have to work.
I didn't have a chance to talk to Adam.
definitely, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's like, how much money do you need? I mean, if you win a $275 million jackpot, how much money do you need?
Not much.
You don't need it, but
Well, I mean, but
the thing is, I've never had that much.
But Trev, this is just my point of view.
I need about
I
$1
mean,
million.
I don't need
$1 million
that kind
a
of
year.
money to be happy. I don't, you know, I've been happy when I've not had any money. So I just, you know.
But that's fine. But what I mean is, you don't know. you've never had that kind of money, so you don't know what it'll do to you. You don't know how you'll react if you have.
I do know that I don't think it would change me. I think I can say that pretty definitively.
The one woman that we used to work with long ago.
Yeah.
There was a woman that
Because
I
I'll tell
used
you,
to
I
work
make
with.
a whole lot more money than I ever did, and I'm still basically the same person.
Yeah.
Yes, which is nice. You're rare though. I think you're the exception rather than the rule in my department. There was a woman that we worked with at the other building, you know, the Channel 13 building. She was one of the desk assistants, managers, and she won the biggest lotto
Oh
lotto
yeah,
jackpot.
NBC. She works
Yeah.
for NBC.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Jackie, and who is good friends, by the way, with Kathy.
Yeah.
I knew Jackie, but I didn't go out with her or anything, but Kathy did. Adam's in? Okay, good. Adam Carolla's we got a confirmation. So
Nice.
she won, how much it was? Like 400,
It was a lot.
it was it was like 175 million or something.
Yeah.
She used to work there. Oh, that is amazing.
How is
That is awesome.
Isn't that awesome?
That's okay. Do you know what you can do with $175 million is make a lot of people happy.
The payout was,
Well, it's
considerably
still
lower.
Yeah, they got like 80 million or whatever.
But still, it's more
Oh, what's the point?
than you would ever be able
crazy.
to.
You'd make a lot of people happy.
Oh, there's Cher.
Oh, no,
Awesome.
Hey guys.
Hey, Adam Carolla's here now on the set, so we'll get a chance to chit chat with him. But I think they started a number of foundations,
Yeah.
and so that's what they do. They have their. I think this is what I heard was the last thing I heard was of course they bought everyone a house. They brought all their family members houses, and not big like mansions or anything like that, just normal houses. And then they started these foundations, and I think that's what they do is they help give out scholarships.
Yeah.
Throughout the country.
I mean, 'cause
Yeah, that's what I do. Because George Lucas, he sold Lucas Arts or Lucasfilm, whatever the main umbrella company is.
I just can't imagine amassing that kind of wealth and just keeping it and hoarding it. I mean, it's
The
just
thing is, though, I think if you put it into education, you kind of benefiting from it anyway. Because I think most of the problems in society are based on a lack of education. If everyone was more educated, there'd be a lot less. So you're benefiting yourself by educating other people. If you've got that kind of money, you can make a proper difference, can't you? So that.
But sadly, I will never know, so it doesn't matter.
Well,
You're doing pretty good, Tony. You do a lot of good things with your time.
Yeah, I mostly give of
your
myself.
Money. Yeah, with your
I
time.
mean, I give money, but I mostly give of myself because I think that to me, for the most, the most that to me the best thing you can. Not that money isn't important and it's great that people who have a lot of money and they give a lot of money, God bless them. I would never say there's there's anything wrong with that or that they shouldn't do it or look down upon that by any means because money gets a lot done. But I think when you give of your time, that's something you give that you can never get back.
Yeah.
Totally.
You can never get time back. When you give time to something that's truly giving something.
And that is why
selflessly, because you can't ever get that back. You can never recover.
This is the thing. This is why what would be considered work ethic is lower than most people's. Because because with a job, people seem to think that if you work and you work your ass off, you're more moral than someone who doesn't work. I mean, fair enough. If someone who doesn't work and just sponges off the state, that's a little bit different. But someone who doesn't work their ass off, basically what you're doing is when you're working, you're selling your life to somebody else, and like you say, you can't get that back. So I've never, since or about 28, 29, when I used to work about 60 hours a week. Since then, I don't anymore. I just want to work enough to live, and then I can enjoy my life. Because, like I say, you can get it
there's
back.
nothing wrong with that, Trev. I think that's the priority that you've chosen, and I think that in and of itself can be viewed as noble. I don't see why anyone should judge that.
They do, though.
Well, they do, and that's their problem. And that's not your problem. I mean, the important thing is, A, are you out there hurting people, other people? No. And B, are you happy with who you are and what you do? And if you are, if you're happy with the path that you're on, then that's all that matters.
I totally agree with those 2 points. Those 2 points apply to every aspect of your life, I think.
By the way, really quickly, I'm sorry to interrupt you guys. Robert Anderson, I think there's one more spot. So if you want to come in, you should join. Just go to the Fox Love in Los Angeles stream. Oh, no.
There was. Jimmy.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, Robert. Anyway, if you see a spot open, jump in.
That's
Robert.
because Jimmy is faster on the draw. He knows how to
Jimmy
get
is
in here.
fast. I'm glad to see Jimmy's at home, though, because that means Cordella's home, I hope. If you have, Robert, next time just go to the Fox 11 stream, and you should see a join button, and that's how you can join if you don't see a personal invite, okay? Or go on my stream, and then you can see the link. We have Scott, who is joining us. Scott, I don't think, maybe if we've hung out before, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Wow. Scott, where are you? What city are you in?
I'm in Apple Valley, California.
Oh, you're
Apple Valley.
local.
Yeah, I remember that.
Apple
Yeah.
Valley.
It's been a long time.
Yes, very, very long time. How are you?
I'm doing good. How you guys doing with them fires down there?
Well, it's down in San Diego. So we had a couple of spot fires here yesterday off the 405.
But nothing as serious as what's happening in San Diego.
Yeah, that's
horrible.
Serious. But they're getting a handle on it, which is great news. So Scott from Apple Valley. We have Cher, who is in
Toronto.
Yeah. It's coming out of my mouth.
You're awesome.
Toronto. Okay, great to see Cher have the one. Look at, she's on the end. Who's usually on the end? Ayub is missing.
Ayub is usually there.
Ayub is missing. Tony, please don't go anywhere, because listen.
What?
Adam Carolla is on the set right now. Now here's the timeline. Adam is going to get off the set. Then it'll be the top of the 9 o'clock hour. They're going to open the show. They're going to go to Gigi, and then to me.
Okay.
So if I have to get up and just so you know that I'm going to get up. And he'll probably be okay with these guys because you guys are awesome, but...
I don't know
He's a podcaster. He'll be fine with us.
Yeah, he's
a podcaster.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll get into it. He'll just go, oh, no, not another podcast.
Stinking Tony, too.
No stinking
He can rant as well, you know. I mean, he don't mess about.
He don't mess about? Who don't mess about?
You're on about Adam Carolla?
Oh.
No, he don't mess about.
It's like we're tame compared to the kind of stuff he can kick off about. So,
he's very proper.
Oh yeah, he's not a tame bloke.
Yeah.
Not in the slightest. No.
The book. Okay. Yeah.
So what is he doing? He's just promoting the book?
Well, he has the most downloaded podcast of all time. Does he not? Am I wrong on this?
Oh.
Unless he overtook Ricky Gervais, because Ricky Gervais had that, but I don't know if...
At one time, I don't know if it's now. Oh, here's the book. So he has a new book called The President Me, The America That's in My Head. So we'll get, I'm sure, an earful of what he thinks America would be like if he were president. So we're going to talk to him. But yeah, podcast. He was on the radio with Dr. Drew. Do you remember Loveline? Huh?
No, sorry, never mind. Did I say that? I should have just thought it. That should have been a speech bubble coming out.
Oh, did you say Dad?
He also had the car show as well.
That was Julie.
Yes. Also, was on Dancing with the Stars and The Apprentice.
The Man Show with Jimmy Kimmel back in the day.
The comments that are coming on the side, it says, from Show Attacks, he goes, "Hi, I'm a Spanish man."
As opposed to our English man.
I'm a Spanish man.
I like flowers, but they don't like me.
Here's another question. Say it again, Tony.
I like flowers, but they don't like me. Why?
Unhappy face. That's hilarious. Okay.
From Raphael.
Funny one. Raphael says, "Who are you? Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?"
Okay. That's funny.
I think Raphael's the rookie now.
Yeah. Well, Raphael, listen, we are family.
Can't sing though.
And since we're family, it's important for everybody in the family to know it's my birthday today.
Yes, it is Cher's birthday.
Yeah, it's my birthday.
Sing that other one. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
And you're celebrating your first birthday. How sweet.
I know, right? When you get to my age ain't nothing but a number.
Ain't nothing but a number.
That's right. You're so right about that.
Close your eyes and blow.
Like you're about 18, Cher.
Oh, I wish I were, but we'll add a couple decades onto that and we're good to go.
No way.
Yes, way, Mama.
Wow. Now, what mix are you asking?
Oh wow. Well, my dad's born in Jamaica, and his dad is.
I
white.
knew there was a little something going on in there.
That happened in Toronto, I tell you.
Tony can recognize Caribbean.
She kind of does look like Tess
I
Sanchez.
didn't want to share. I didn't want to put it out
She
there.
look like
But
Tess
I
Sanchez.
know. I knew.
You knew.
Oh yeah, I knew there was a little
You
something.
knew
Something.
Jamaican?
I didn't know that.
Okay.
But I knew there was a little something.
I'm thinking Asian as well.
No,
Oh, she looks like Tess
Asian.
Sanchez from the Voice. Tess Sanchez.
Yeah, I get that, or sometimes I get. Last week I got Rihanna.
Yeah, you have a Rihanna. You have a Rihanna
island sort of flavor, no matter what. I mean, out of many, one people. That's the Jamaican saying. I don't know if I got it right or backwards or whatever, but that is my background for the most part. Both my parents are kind of mixed up, so I just kind of grew up in a very Jamaican culture, and Canadian culture.
Okay.
So yeah.
What else is thrown in there?
Yeah, what else?
What else is thrown in? Okay, well, my dad is half white. His father's a white Jamaican, he's Welsh, and then his mother's a bit mixed, but I would just look at her and identify her as black. My mom has a little bit more of a mix going on, so she's got a little bit of Cuban, black, and some white. Both my parents are very mixed, and some native as well, or First Nations up here. So yeah. So again, I grew up just identifying as a Jamaican Canadian, though.
Well, it is a beautiful mix, I have to say.
Yeah.
Sure. As are all the gentlemen in our hangout as well. Okay.
Hey, I'll take it.
Here comes Adam. Don't forget, you guys, open up all your camera apps now, and please stay muted until we ask a question, and get my attention if you want a question. Sorry, Tony, I'm booting you out. I do have to go and do a quick weather hit. In between it, so I may have to get up and leave, but that's okay. There he
Can you guys
is.
do me a favor?
What's that?
When Adam comes on here, talk
Hey,
to
Shanks.
the National Brain Tumor Society.
Morning, Julie.
Ask them about that. Sure. Yeah, we could ask them.
Thanks, Steve.
Adam, hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm Tony.
Man, good to see you. Hi, Maria. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
I like your fan. That's what I need.
Is it? Are you cold?
Oh no. Oh, chicks with heaters.
Adam.
I love a fan.
Well, there is a fan. There's a fan on it too, like.
So how's the green room down there? That's what I want to know.
What you just said? What is this with chicks and heaters?
Well, every woman I know, I turned on my ceiling fan the other day, and my wife was like, "When going to bed, I turned the ceiling fan on." She's like, "No, I'm cold," and I said, "Sweetie, you got the blankets pulled up over your head." She's like, "My forehead's cold." I said, "Your forehead? I think you put a cigarette out on my forehead and I wouldn't feel it.
It is
how's your
true.
forehead get
Yeah,
cold?"
I don't know. Women just get colder more so than men.
I understand.
Mean, it is what
we
it
just need
is.
separate bedrooms. Let's call it what it is.
You know, it works for many people, actually, separate bedrooms and marriages. We'll get to that in a second.
Please.
But listen, I want to introduce you to everybody.
Oh.
If you're just joining us, we are joined by the Adam Carolla, podcaster, author,
Ooh, Adam.
carpenter.
I am a carpenter.
All that good stuff. And we are joined by a bunch of friends from all over the world. Have you ever had a Google Plus Hangout?
No, I
On
mean
YouTube?
back in the 70s.
Back in
Yeah,
the day?
sure. When
That
everyone
was-
was
that
doing
was a
Google
hangout.
Plus Hangouts, but it's been some time. I mean, my grandfather used to call me into his den, and he'd smoke his pipe, and we'd do like a Google
You'd
Plus
hangout.
Hangout back. But again, that was way back in the day. So
Yeah,
it's been a while.
YouTubers. See, he was doing it way first. Anyway, YouTubers, thanks for joining us. We've got Cher, who's with us from Toronto this morning.
Hi, Cher.
Hector
Hey
is
there.
Empire. Jimmy
Good morning.
is in Koreatown. John is also in the IE. Michael is in Australia, in Brisbane this morning. Nate is in Colorado. Nick is in Dallas. Scott is in the Apple Valley here in California, and Trev is in the UK. So
Hi.
he is in Yorkshire. Anyway, good morning to you guys. If you have a question for Adam, just put it in the comments box, and we will get it to Adam here, okay? So I want to start out by saying that I do have to get on the set here, so I have to leave you for a little bit.
What?
But this is familiar to you, right? This little.
I told you my grandfather
This
and
little
Nana we would sit around.
And
I mean,
these hangouts. So
yeah.
you'll be okay.
And have
I mean,
hangouts.
This is the book. It's called President Me, and I cannot wait to hear your musings on what the world would be like if you were president of our great country. So I will be right back. I don't know if Julie's here. Maybe Julie can take over for a little bit. Huh? Yes, I do.
You gonna do the weather?
I do all these things here. By the way, this is really
hot.
casual.
It's dry. Moving on. Next.
Yeah, it's hot and dry.
Okay, so I'm stepping in, and I have a segment in 5 minutes. So
Can I say this about the weather?
Yeah.
I just want to make this. All right. Don't start at the beach and then move to the valley, because I grew up in the valley. And it's hot outside.
Mm-hmm.
And they do this thing where they go, 73 degrees in Malibu, and you go, all right, that doesn't sound too bad. And then they go, at the airport, it'll be 81, and you go, well, it's starting to heat up a little. Downtown, 96 degrees. You're like, uh-oh. In the valley, where Adam lives, 114. So it went from, hey, sounds pretty good, to, whoa, I'm on fire.
So you want the bad news first.
Start in Canoga Park or Reseda or wherever it is that I'm at, and then work your way to Malibu.
You're Adam Carolla. I would think that you could have a pied-à-terre on the beach.
I don't know. Is that a kind of dessert? Either way.
If you go out and buy this book.
You buy enough of these books.
Yeah. Maybe.
I will have my pied-à-terre.
I'm helping your cause.
Thank you.
So in a nutshell, tell us about this book.
It's an excuse for me to write down a bunch of jokes, because I realize if you write a book and the topic of the book is plate tectonics or the Armenian genocide, you can't write a bunch of jokes about that. You have to, it limits you.
Unless you're Joan Rivers. She seems to not
well,
have
I
that
just
NPC
mean
card.
even if it's appropriate, you can't write. You've limited yourself. But if you say President me, it's that kind of thing where you go, well, when I'm in charge, and then you just shout out anything you want, and that's what this is.
Well, you know what? I want you to keep on writing the jokes, because that's what pays your checks, right? I want to see just how quickly your wit works. Give me a joke about the whole Solange attack.
Oh. Wow, the elevator music that was going on. You know, it'll probably take a turn for the horrible and the racial, and then I'll be thrown off whatever I'm on, and it'll just be bad. No, here's what I will say. People do this thing all the time where they go, it's got to be tough to be her sister. You know, it's got to be tough to be Beyonce's sister. Really? Partying in the Mediterranean on a yacht?
On her dime.
On her dime, it's got to be tough.
Exactly. And she's 27. It's not like her life has barely begun.
But by the way, you talk to anyone who has a loser sibling who's borrowing money and in and out of rehab, and you're taking care of their kids because the court told you they were going to take the kids away, and then have Beyonce and Jay-Z as your
Come in and rescue you.
And then people go, yeah, but it's got to be rough. No, it's not rough at all.
You're right.
You're going to the south of France every other weekend.
It's much rougher if you're like a sibling of someone who's also busted.
Yes, and they go, yeah, I was trying to borrow money from you, and you're like, I was going to try to borrow money from you, and then they go, yeah, but she's so successful, and it's not her money. So what? You're on the yacht.
Right.
At Cannes. Who cares?
So I'm going to get this on record before I go on air. So you will come back to us maybe later in July or August to talk about the National Brain Tumor Society's walk. I'm on the committee, and your co-host, Brian Bishop, is also on the committee. And we need a celebrity like yourself to bring awareness to the cause, because this almost took my life, and I know it's, you know, my goal personally is for everyone to be able to get an MRI if they suspect there's something wrong with them. And it's like $500, $700, and so many people don't do it.
Yeah.
And the outcome is you get a seizure in your sleep, and, you know, who knows what happens.
No, I've experienced the whole thing just sitting next to Brian the entire time.
Yeah.
So, whatever you need.
Okay. You heard it here. He's going to be back, and maybe in the meantime you can write another book.
It'd be nice.
We can further along your house on Malibu mission.
It'd be nice. Let's do it, people.
Bye, Julie. What did I miss?
Oh, just a lot of elevator jokes.
Oh my gosh, have you started talking about the book yet, President Me?
Not.
I just have to share.
Talking yet?
I just have to share a funny story about Adam. Adam, I've been listening to you for since I moved to LA, for sure. This is like 15 years ago or 14 years ago. I'll never forget.
You moved here when you were 9?
Yes. Thank you. I love you. I would listen to you in the car on my way home because I lived in Orange County. It was such a long commute, driving from LA to Orange County. And I would listen to you, Dr. Drew, and Brian.
Sure.
And I remember this story. It sticks out in my mind because I was like, what? I was so shocked about what you said. I think you were, you talked about peeing after drinking, and you would go and you'd pee in the sink because it was just so much easier.
Whoa.
Do you remember?
I'm born again, so that part of my life is one that I rarely explore. But if you insist on continuing, I guess it's your show.
You don't remember that?
I didn't know I was going to come here and be ambushed.
You don't remember that?
We've all done things in our 30s and early 40s we may have regretted.
No, but you totally just, but like it was just amazing because it was the right height, everything like
Well,
perfect.
it's about, and hey, we're in a drought zone, people.
Yeah, so you don't
so
want to
there,
flush.
look, I don't take the word hero and toss it around, but in a drought zone, when it's 4 gallons of flush and you're brushing your teeth, and you know what I'm saying,
multitask, do I? Yeah. Okay. So, so the book.
Yes.
President Me.
That's what it's called.
What is it about? What's going on?
It's what life would be like in this great country of ours if I was in charge.
What's the first thing you would do?
Oh, I would go ahead and make it illegal to do a number one into a toilet for men over 5'11 and a half, because again, we're doing our part for the drought.
Yeah.
There's stuff like I would make all life support machines in hospitals coin operated, because it's very expensive. A lot of time the taxpayers have to absorb that cost, and I feel like loved ones, when you show up, you bring a pillowcase full of quarters. You're visiting, but you're also
feeding the machine.
Well, look, we have parking meters. This is obviously a ventilator is more important than a parking meter.
And just use my credit card.
It works. Obviously, there's still some things. That's a good idea. And for me, it's going to take care of itself, because if you have a large group of family and loved ones and friends to keep feeding those quarters into the machine, that's awesome. If you're not loved enough to have would you want to return to that world?
Yeah, I guess not.
Where you don't have enough of a relationship with someone to feed the money? No.
I want to keep going.
So it will take care of itself. Either you return to a group of people with change, or you don't. But who would want to come back to a world where no one would put a nickel in the slot?
You're so funny. Who has a question or a comment? Who? Go ahead. Nate, yes, you go first.
Yeah, I saw a thing on TMZ, timely, right? On TMZ where they were interviewing you about To Catch a Contractor, and you said that someone actually took a swing at you. It's got to be a heated thing when you're calling people on their shoddy work. So is this a exclusive thing, or does this happen more than once?
Yeah.
I realize I say a lot of things with a straight face, and people believe me. So when I was leaving for New York a few days ago, the TMZ guy came up to me, and he said, has there ever been a situation that was dangerous, on your TV show? And I said, well, a guy did take a swing at me, and my partner Skip took a pickaxe to his back, but I can't talk about it because of the lawsuit. And I just walked away, and the guy went, oh my God, I have an exclusive. It's all nonsense, of course. But no, I grew up in the San Fernando Valley getting beat on by my friends, basically. So I had big friends. Everyone played football, and everyone just sort of beat me up, and I was fine with it. So now, as an adult, I don't have that fear. I should, but I don't.
Who else had a question? Trev, did you have one? I'm sorry.
No,
Robert.
I'm just
Robert. Okay, go ahead, Robert.
Hey, Adam, this is a kind of a two-parter. The first part is I think there's 3 television shows in the history of television that are sort of seminal in our experience of popular culture. I think it would be Gunsmoke, MASH, and The Man Show. I think that sort of captures it all.
Thank you.
There was a recent study that viewing breasts for 10 minutes a day lowers blood pressure. I was just wondering what you think the possibility of is maybe having a 3-hour loop of juggies on trampolines, and what that might do and how that might affect national health.
Well,
Robert!
it turns out, yes, obviously staring at breasts how 10 minutes a day?
Does that go for? He said 15 minutes. I think.
Hold on, I'm feeling a little tense. Hold on.
10 is off.
Surprising 3 hours.
It'll help.
Oh, all is right with the world. Yes, unless they're on a fat guy, I agree.
Go the other way.
I don't know, but I've seen enough commercials for The Biggest Loser where it's like long haul trucker, 53-year-old Jake Long was 591 pounds, and then they show the dude with his shirt off, and I'm like eating my lasagna, and I'm like, oh boy, dude areola. Really? By the way, on The Biggest Loser, the chicks have to wear tops.
Yeah, why can't the guys, right? Exactly.
Would it throw the whole scientific experiment off if you put them in a wife beater? It's 4 ounces of cotton, for Christ's sake.
Make those ears for men, like Rose ears.
Put them in a Hanes. Put them all in an XXXXXL Hanes, and then just deduct the 8 ounces. Do the math. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
Why are the dudes topless?
I hear you. Who else had a question? Was it Nate? No, Jimmy. Jimmy, go ahead, Jimmy.
Hey, Jimmy.
Hey,
how's the hoarding going?
Oh, it's going great. It's all about RC stuff. I'm the RC car guy. Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Oh.
But I actually met you on the car show on one of the last episodes. It was on my birthday, and I have a 1968 Mini Cooper that Matt Farrell wanted to drive, but we never got a chance to get together.
Hey, can I ask you a quick question, Jimmy?
Yeah, what's up?
Upper right behind you, is that a 1988 Audi Quattro Trans Am car? What is that car up there?
Oh,
yeah, what is that?
No, that's actually a Ferrari Formula One.
No, up above it. I know what an F1 Ferrari looks like.
It's like Audi F1.
Actually, the one up there, no, that's a Toyota Nissan Sunny. Basically, it's like a Toyota Corolla type of car.
No, now get that car down. I want to see what that car looks like.
Okay, hold on a second.
I can't even tell that that's a car.
Don't forget Kermit the Frog, Jimmy.
Jimmy
got
not
me the
wearing
wrong
pants.
car. Oh, I
So
see.
he's
He's not
got
wearing pants.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one?
Where are you?
This one?
There.
Yeah, well, now hold up. Oh, yeah, that is it. That's weird. Oh, it's a weird Japanese car. You can tell when they put the mirrors up front that it's from Japan. That's how they roll over there. All right. So anyway, he loves remote control cars.
Yeah. Well, actually, I was going to ask you, what happened to the car show? That was actually way better than the American version of Top Gear, and it was funnier and had better chemistry. And now and you guys just is gone. What happened?
Where is it?
Well, it's
I know where it is, but I mean, what happened?
My bad. It's dust in the wind. I have no idea. I do many things in show business, and some of them are one and done, and some blow up on the launching pad, and some go on and have success. And whenever somebody says to me, "What happened to this?" or "How come that?" I have no idea. I did a home improvement show 8 or 10 years ago that everyone loved, and they're like, "What? How come?" And I'm like, I don't know.
It wasn't on HGTV though. What was it? What about HGTV?
I don't know what it was on.
Get on HGTV.
Hey, Adam.
I love that.
Yeah,
Network.
whatever it was, a History Channel or something. Whatever it was on.
That was your problem.
Well, the problem, the thing about this business is who the hell knows. And that's why you just move on to the next project.
Adam, whatever happened to that kid you did the Man Show with? What was his name? Jimmy something or other? What the hell is he
Man
doing?
Show boy?
Yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, that guy. What the hell is
Hold
he
on
doing?
a second.
You guys are great friends, right?
Yes, he's in, I believe he's in the Tampa area. I don't know if he's in Tampa Bay. No, but he wanted to borrow, he needed a couple of dollars. He doesn't hit me up that often, but he wanted to borrow a few dollars. And again, it's not like he's on crack or anything, but he was
only in Toronto. That's what we do every year.
and he's trying to make rent. And is probably he had an apartment, it's a little bit bigger than he needed, and then his roommate moved out, so he didn't want to borrow thousands of dollars, a couple $100 just to make rent. Anyway, he's in the Tampa area. He's doing middays, I believe, on the AM. There's an AM news. Obviously, I'm not in Tampa. I don't know if it's in Tampa, but you can pick up the station in Tampa. I think you might be able to get it online. I can Google him. He can find out. He's doing middays. He's doing quite well for himself. He's doing fine.
Good. Morning TV. Yeah, it's not too bad.
No, this is AM.
Yeah. Oh.
No, AM station.
Oh, I'm sorry.
AM radio.
Oh,
AM
sorry.
radio.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, if he's doing morning TV, he wouldn't have needed to borrow $782. I know it's real specific, but it was a rent thing. But anyway, look, the point is he's doing fine. He's doing fine.
Yeah.
And I don't need to apologize for him. And, he says he's making his way back to LA. It's just sort of one market at a time. I don't know what Tampa adjacent is in terms of size of market. But by this time next year, he should be, around Phoenix. And next thing you know,
might be here.
Back to LA. If you guys need staffers, I don't know what if you. Doesn't seem like you have writers, but
no, we don't. Look behind us.
Yeah. Well, no, I read
There's
the
no one.
I looked at the prompter when I was sitting next to Steve, and it's like, obviously this wasn't written, but either way, he's really good. I could vouch for him, so we get him a gig fine. So I guess he's doing fine.
Okay. All right.
He doesn't want your sympathy, is what I'm saying. He's really proud.
Who did I miss? Who else had a question for Adam?
You're awesome, Adam.
Everyone's got their question in. Nick,
I'll ask you a question.
Nick, go ahead, Nick.
Adam, out of all the jokes that you've told, which has had the most regrettable fallback?
All right. Speaking of regrettable, what's it like having sex on your grandmother's bed? Because
grandmother's bed.
That's what's behind you right now.
No,
I got it at a garage sale.
And then.
Okay.
Yeah, it is your bed, right? I don't know.
I just think it's actually making love to a woman or a man. I don't judge on your grandmother's furniture. It just feels kind of sacrilegious to me. I don't think that's the way she would have wanted it. When she bought that bed in 1941, she could have never envisioned you fornicating on it.
So does that answer your question, Nick?
For me, no. Honestly, I made a joke about Manny Pacquiao.
You did?
Yeah.
I'm Filipino.
This is what I'm talking about. And the Filipino community went nuts. And Jon Stewart said, "Oh, don't screw with the Filipinos. They are rabid, and they will come after you. They will ruin your life." So I've learned not to mess with Texas and Filipinos.
Adam, was it before or after he got his ass kicked on television?
Oh, now listen.
Robert,
you want the Filipinos coming after you?
This is what I do.
They come after.
He's gone.
He's gone. This is what.
See that?
They're very.
Off the show.
They're a passionate breed of Filipinos.
Yes, we are. Listen, Adam Carolla, thanks for stopping by. This is the book. President Me. Oh my goodness, I was just looking over the chapters.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
Yeah, the food service industry. Don't get him started. Okay, let's take a photo with Adam before we let you go. Here's our camera right up here. Okay, ready, you guys? There's a bit of a time. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 2. Oh wow, there's a lot of photos there. Okay.
Look at your calendar, Maria.
Thank you.
Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you, Adam.
You got all my celebrity friends here.
Oh, cute chick on her calendar. See that?
Hey, did you see this video of a cat saving the life of a little boy from a little pit bull?
I saw that.
Actually, what's the people here? It was a cross with a chow and a lab.
Yeah, now I'm going to doggy heaven because of it.
Yeah.
Then I do this.
They should give it to Caesar Milan. They shouldn't put him down.
I know. See, you're obviously not a doctor because I can't. I have no idea who that was.
That's my
either.
point.
No clue. Yeah, I don't know who all these people are. Thank you. Anyway, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
God, I hate when I stumble through questions.
That happens to all of us.
Yeah.
He was having a bit of a laugh with us.
So Maria, you don't get to keep
photo time.
I feel all self-conscious about my bed frame now. I'm like, holy shit, make it go away.
It's like time to go to IKEA.
What's that?
Right. We're saying time for Nick to go to IKEA, get a new bed frame.
Nick, you need to get a new bed.
Yeah, and you know what? Spring for a new comforter or your bedding.
Get your bed.
Not
what, you don't like my bedspread?
No, I'm not feeling
green. Yeah, it's the dark green. That's what gave it away more than anything was the dark green.
Yeah. You need to brighten it up. Get some gray.
You know what? Let's do. Gosh, you know, we could do a makeover on Nick's room. We could do a live makeover.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, but we had to go to Dallas for that.
You
No, we own an interior design from a furniture dealership.
Okay, I'm on IKEA right now. I'm gonna find something. For
No IKEA.
No, but no, they have.
IKEA is good for them, man.
Better furniture for the same
Support the Filipinos.
I can get you the same.
Tell him that Nick needs to borrow $782.
Nick, listen to me. Tony is coming to your defense like crazy. I think he was gonna punch Adam in the head.
I can get better furniture for the same price. Don't go to IKEA.
You know what's so
No, it's not about the furniture. They have amazing bedding.
Go to Mason.
Bedding, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, bedding too. But that's
I want to show you Tony's face when Adam was picking on Nick's bedspread. Hold on, you ready, Tony? You ready, Tony? Look. Watch.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like it either.
That's all right.
Really? Now, see, here's the thing. Nick, here's the thing.
He was going to beat him up for you, Nick.
Here's the thing. You guys know that I love our guests, and I love Adam Carolla. I do. I love him a lot. But you know, you can't come in my house and mess with my family.
Right?
Exactly.
I don't care who you are. You cannot come in my house and mess with my family.
Don't you? Do you ever feel like, you know, when you go to a comedy show, right? But they pick on everyone on the, and there's a little part of you
especially
that goes,
the front row.
Right,
if
the
you
front
sit in
row.
the front row,
Yeah,
you got to get it.
But then
You don't sit in the front row at a comedy show, you know that.
Why didn't he pick on me? Do you know what I mean? Like, do you ever get? And so it's really just I think it's awesome that you singled out your bedspread, Nick.
Yeah.
Nick.
What a wicked word.
Tony was gonna beat him.
I was incredulous.
Mm-hmm.
I was not having it. I was sitting over there and I was holding on to my seat. I was like, keep the south side of Chicago inside of you. No.
I mean, how did he know that it was my grandmother's bed frame? I mean, it's like he's psychic.
Adam couldn't see what Tony was doing. I could see out of the corner of my eye, and Tony's going like this.
Love it.
Like I said, you know, I know it's all joking and everything, but you do not come in my house and mess with my family.
Oh my God.
I heart you, Tony. You're awesome.
That is very awesome. I do appreciate that. But I'm with Jimmy because Jimmy was pissing himself, and I thought it was funny as well. So yeah.
It was you really got into the cars, though. That was really interesting. Like, you know, you give him a topic like that. Oh, I want to see the cars. Just another topic I've just been reading on the side is that they've passed the net neutrality rules for the FCC.
Net neutrality. Are you making it serious now, Michael? Are you bringing us back to the room?
No, I'm just saying that's what I've been noticing. It's been up in conversations around the place.
Oh, about net neutrality.
Is that the good one or the bad one?
Slow lane, and if you don't pay, you don't get the fast lane. Which sort of it's meant to be equal. That was all. Last comment.
That's comment. We did a story on net neutrality earlier today, wasn't it? You and Lauren Simonetti, Tony. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna go through that. Basically, these if you have more money, you get to have faster internet. If you're a bigger company, you get faster connection, and if you're a little guy, you're not. I don't know. It seems to be going that way. What do you think? What do you guys think?
I don't want it that way.
Huh?
Of course it'll go that way.
Of course it'll go that way, right? It seems to be going that way.
It's all about money. It's always
all
about money.
You have more money, you get a better car.
Right.
You don't have any money, you take the bus. Right. AKA going to Starbucks and using the internet there. So yeah, that is what it is, right?
Well, except that we're not talking about the car, we're talking about the highway. And what you're looking at is the difference between having...
You want a rough road or a good road?
Everyone, or highways available to people that pay a premium. And that's really the problem.
No, I think the analogy that they may be using is that there is the fast lane, which is the HOV, maybe not HOV lane, but there's the fast track, and then there's the regular freeway. So,
but it's not if it's just about like straining your download speed. It's not really going to matter, is it? Soon. I mean, the speeds are getting to the point where they're fast enough anyway. I mean,
well, they're not.
My company rings me saying, "Oh, do you want faster internet?" No, I don't. This is absolutely fine. It's too fast, if anything.
So, Robert, in your experience with stuff, what's going on?
So the projections that we're seeing in the next 5 to 7 years is that bandwidth usage is going to go up 140 times, but the industry as a whole, particularly the wireless industry, is only going to be able to meet about 40 times demand. So what they're trying to do is use this throttling technique to get everyone sort of placed into an area that they can actually meet the demand. The real problem is that they can't meet the demand for required bandwidth. I mean, it's much easier to do in Europe. It's much harder to do here because of geographic densities. And so that's part of the strategy.
Is it a strategy that eventually I think our governments or the cities will have worldwide access, or not worldwide, citywide access for basically everyone as far as Wi-Fi is concerned, but if you want a faster connection, then you have to pay for that.
You have to pay for it.
Yeah.
I worked on a couple of projects in California where the cities wanted to provide unlimited access to all residents, and the problem is...
LA is one of them, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and the city, the problem is the city's not a broadband provider, and those services are better provided by the private industry than by the city, because there's the whole slew of things that goes along with that, and particularly when you tie your tax dollars into that kind of infrastructure, you're getting into some ugly stuff.
I get that, but Robert, I think the point is that I was shocked to find out how many, and I don't remember the exact numbers now, but I was absolutely shocked at the number of people here in the Los Angeles area who simply cannot afford it.
Right.
And any kind of internet connection. So it's better to have some internet connection than to have none.
What's the slow one?
It's an interesting thing because we're in the midst in Australia of actually putting in the major infrastructure to upgrade all the things to fibre, to the best fibre we can get. And that was the original plan. And now they're trying to pare that back so that it's going and using the old copper, which needed replacing anyway.
It can't be as slow as. Do you remember when we used to dial up?
That was very slow.
I remember when we used to dial up.
I gotta speak for those who. We take it all for granted because we can afford internet. Could you imagine having had it, not being able to afford it?
No. I hate it when I go from my Wi-Fi at home or my connection to my phone having to go through LTE, which is fast, but I just don't like going between. I just feel like this is sometimes too slow, But I couldn't imagine not having it at all. I could not imagine my life without it.
There's just so much of the world that's just not available to you if you can't afford it.
So that's where the projects that Google are doing and that thing that Facebook were going to try and do is to try and help those that aren't able to access to give them access of some description.
But I completely agree with Robert. The city is not going to be the best provider, obviously.
No, but they should be able to provide it for everyone if they.
So I totally get where you're coming from, and I totally agree with you. That's not what they're in the business of doing. In fact,
the city could build and operate a fiber network, for example, or the backbone within the city because they have the infrastructure for it, because they already own some of the pieces that it goes to, and then like a toll road, they can have open it to users and providers to provide services on top of that. The problem with the city is when you get into providing services, it's all of a sudden my internet doesn't work, so now I'm on the phone with somebody from the city, a city-owned employee, and I'm going nuts because my something doesn't work. It doesn't make any sense to get involved in that.
But then the other side is when you privatize everything, then you cost a lot of people out, like you're saying.
But at the same time, Robert, I'm just curious because, and again, I don't have the figures right here in front of me. I'd have to look them up, but I remember when we did this story, just the amount of money it was going to cost the city to provide this slower service was prohibitive, it seemed. It just seemed like it was going to cost so much money, and I was thinking, where's the city going to get this money?
Well, and that's exactly right. Even if you find the federal dollars in the BTOP program, when Obama came in, they had $7.8 billion to provide even rural broadband service. We're not even talking about inner city, but although some inner city areas qualify for the rural broadband service because of inability of access to broadband at certain speeds. Even if you can build the infrastructure, the operational cost of operating that infrastructure, just the cost of a T1, which is a basic service, a block of broadband, is very expensive. And you have to bring in private entities that will manage it as a business, not as a... And again, the city can own the infrastructure. I have no problem with that, and I think that maybe even be a better way to go because then everyone gets fair access to that infrastructure. Yeah. But the operation of the network on top of that infrastructure, the layer 2, layer 3, is better done by private entities, and it's better done not as monopolies, but as competitive and open and equal environment.
Competitive bids is what you're basically saying.
No, it means anyone that wants
anybody who can do it can do it.
The internet infrastructure itself is a toll road. So you pay by bits. You pay by access to the toll road. What you do when you get there, whether you're moving a truck or a car or whatever it happens to be, the kind of volume that you're moving shouldn't be throttled. They're trying to do that in response to the idea that they can't even meet demand as it stands. So what they're going to do is they're going to throw people into tiers so they get closer to getting closer to having it look like they can meet the demand. What they don't have is somebody that's paying $19 a month be able to stream Netflix nonstop because they're sucking up bandwidth. But in all reality, that's the way it should be. It should be free and open, and we should focus on building the infrastructure. The truth of it.
Yeah, but that's not going to stay that way, right? I mean,
the truth of it is that the major infrastructure providers have taken hundreds of billions of dollars out of the economy with the idea that they were going to build the infrastructure. They simply haven't done it. They've fallen short, and now they're asking for regulations to cut back so that it makes it look like they're actually doing their job. They need to be held to account on in that respect.
Okay, I have to give you an update, quick update, sorry, to interrupt the important net neutrality conversation. What's that? Quick.
Is Rove coming?
We've got, Rove is on the set right now.
Oh, great.
They're talking about his new show called Riot, and he's going to be coming over here for just a quick 5 minutes. The show is actually executive produced by Steve Carell. So
I watched it the other night.
Yeah. So let's ask him about the show, and I think it needs. I think the show does need some attention. Cause to be honest, I hadn't heard of the show. Have you? And I don't know what network it's on actually.
I actually watched it.
Where is it? What network, Jimmy?
I forgot, but.
Oh God!
There you go.
You're no help, Jimmy. No.
Sorry. It's all right.
I can't remember, but I guess we'll have him tell us. Let's see if I can find it really quickly. Anyway, tomorrow is Friday. I believe Matt actually will be here for our hangout. Now, you know who's going to be in the studio.
Yes, but I'm much more excited about what's happening in my life tomorrow.
Some Fox.
What are you gonna be? What's it gonna be, Tony? We're so excited to hear the announcement.
What are you so excited about?
Riot's on Fox.
We'll be going to see Godzilla IMAX 3D.
What'd you
Just make sure you don't. Just make sure the other Godzilla.
I am going to see the city of San Francisco destroyed.
Now, I cannot wait. It is on Fox. You're absolutely right. Can't wait to. I think Matt should have seen it by now. Right?
I would hope.
Because
there were 3 screenings for critics this week.
Yeah.
Or last week.
So hopefully he will have seen Godzilla because it actually looks really good. So we'll talk to Matt actually.
And it stars one of my favorite people.
Bryan Cranston.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Bryan
yes,
Cranston.
Godzilla. That goes without saying, Maria. Hello.
You mean, what is his name on Breaking Bad?
Walter White.
Walter White.
Yes.
Gosh, how quickly I forget.
Yeah.
Khaleesi and the rest of the gang on Game of
Right.
Thrones. So tomorrow in the studio, not only Matt actually, but Ryan Seacrest. And,
Yes.
And
Randy Jackson.
I was gonna say.
Oh wow.
Are we also gonna have the final?
If I can talk Godzilla into coming into the hangout, should we have him?
Yes.
Please, use your powers, Tony. Use your powers.
He's here every morning. When we don't feed Tony breakfast, there is a Godzilla.
The last time we saw Godzilla, he almost smashed Tony, and Tony was going ah. That was the one with Matthew Broderick.
Listen, I want you to look for Godzilla the sequel. That's coming up.
Yes, Ryan Seacrest will be in the studio, and so is Randy Jackson.
Yeah, they're both.
However,
are they going to come to the hangout?
However, the hangout is always, so.
Do you need me to go out there and intercede? I can get Dog in here.
Last time Dog was here twice. He did not join us in the hangout.
Well, it's because you didn't send me out there to intercede.
right? Have we ever hung out with Randy
It's
Jackson?
a black thing. Tony.
No, we've not hung out with.
If you want me to go out and get, listen,
Everybody who's watching needs to tweet at these guys right now and let them know that they need to be hanging out with us. That's what I think.
Agreed.
Good call.
Yeah.
Tweet Randy Jackson, come join us in the hangout so you can talk to them.
Yes.
Here comes
here comes Rove.
Rove.
Yeah, Rove is walking.
We'll get
up.
ready now.
Now,
Get ready.
Again.
Robert, where are you, by the way?
Robert is in someplace very tropical. Let me guess. He is in Costa Rica.
That's right. I remember now. You know what? As soon as I saw
I'm jealous.
your view, that yes, that we're all very
Now,
jealous
do
of.
you remember that we used to hang out with Robert, and Robert used to be in Rhode Island?
I was in Rhode Island a long time ago.
Did I just see Godzilla walking out the ocean behind him?
That would never. That's.
No, mind you, Rhode Island is beautiful.
Oh, it's a gorgeous state. It's
Yes.
it's our smallest state, but it's a gorgeous state.
And,
Now I'm in a not state.
quite a different view that you have now.
Yeah.
Robert.
How do you like? Because I remember when you were last here, which was just a few weeks ago. I mean, how do you like it there in Costa Rica?
I'm in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were
How
in Costa Rica.
did
Sorry.
you get Costa Rica out of Puerto Rico?
Well, I used to be. I was in Panama last year, so I was
Okay,
in
that
Costa
was
Rica
it.
and Panama. So that's where.
How do you get Costa Rica out of Panama?
Well, I just
Right next door, and I was in Costa Rica too. So.
Puerto Rico. Okay, Puerto Rico. Now, are the kids with you? The whole family? The wife? What's
No,
going
they're
on?
in Rhode Island. I'm divorced now.
Oh, so you're working. So so this is a work thing.
The work thing.
Yeah, you can call it that.
Here's Rove. Here's Rove.
Okay,
Here's
I gotta
Rove.
go. See ya.
Okay, we will interview you some more. Rove.
Happening.
Hi.
Very nice
Here.
to meet
Oh, what's
you.
happening? How are you?
Ozzy.
So, this is Tony, our morning anchor as well.
How are you?
You were great.
I'm sure they'll come get it from you here in just a
Oh,
second.
I'm wearing a wire. Be careful.
That's right. Be careful what you say.
Are you not wearing one? You're wearing one.
I am too.
I was looking at the
I'm on
microphone, everybody. Looking at the microphone.
Oh, yeah,
Roll up.
sure.
It's
Right.
okay. Someone has pointed out that if you stare at someone's breasts for about 15 minutes a day, I can't remember what was Robert.
No, it was like 3 minutes or something like that.
Then let's lower blood pressure. Nice experience. Tell that to the judge.
I don't know, Robert. What was the exact number? I can't remember. But what did you say?
Oh, 10 minutes.
10
10
minutes.
minutes. For 10 minutes, that's it. That's all it takes. You will lower your blood
Do
pressure.
you stare at the breasts for the full 10 minutes, or is it accrued during the course of the day? So I could do like 30-second increments with different
I don't
women.
know. You should do your own
Robert,
experiment.
discuss.
It depends on how you can arrange it. I mean, ideally, first thing in the morning, straight 10 minutes, full on.
Do
That's
man
the
boobs
start
count,
day.
Robert?
No, they do not
They do
count.
not count.
Man boobs, we've established
That would make blood pressure elevate in a bad way.
That would have a reverse effect on both men and women, mind you.
Very good.
Okay, let's see.
I'm guessing Robert's not a real doctor.
No,
But I am a problem solver.
That's all you need to be. That's all you need to be.
Listen, you guys, YouTubers, thanks for joining us. We have our wonderful Rove McManus from
Hello.
the show Riot, which airs right here on Fox. So tell us
Tuesday
a little
nights
bit
at
about
9.
Tuesday nights at 9.
Ugh, got the plug away. Nice one. We had our first episode, on Tuesday night with the
So
delightful
it
Steve
just
Carell.
debuted.
Just debuted.
Well,
We're like a newborn baby,
Great
but
baby.
looking less like an angry old man that's been in the bath for too long.
Baby, can you tell the people?
Yeah, we should point out I'm from Australia. If you haven't worked it out by now,
Quickly, by the way, I want you to listen to this guy, and I want you to say hello to him because I want to know if you can tell where these people are from. Hold on.
say good
Cher,
day.
Cher,
say
say
good day.
hello.
Hey, how are you?
Cher's in Canada.
She looks great. Oh, great. I love Canada. We're in
Yeah.
Canada.
Toronto.
Toronto. Very
Toronto.
nice.
Yeah.
Hector is here in the Inland Empire. I'll just
Good morning.
I don't have much time. I'm sorry. Jimmy is here in Koreatown.
Sweet.
John is here in Riverside.
Hey.
John.
We've got Trev, who's in the UK.
Well, Trev's in the UK.
Yeah, he's in Yorkshire. Yorkshire, man.
Hey, how does someone from the UK feel about you kicked all of us out of the country, put us on a boat, and sent us down to Australia as convicts, and now we get the sunshine?
The thing is, I've always said that about Australia. It's beautiful. The only problem is the spiders. I'm arachnophobic. If you take them away, then you get the best deal. But house spiders as big as a dinner plate, I'd rather stay away. Honestly,
I can't understand a word this guy
No,
says.
I know.
Where'd you find Pears, Governor,
Yeah.
chim chim chiroo.
He turned.
We have very dangerous spiders. I had a spider attack me. I was trying to just very gently sweep it out of the room with a broom. It jumped onto the head of the broom, ran up the broomstick, and I had to run backwards down the corridor.
You realize
and it came after me.
You realize the spider
You act
is
like you don't
small.
care. I nearly got killed by a spider.
You're like this big.
How big was it?
Like this.
It was
small.
about
Yeah.
as big as my hand.
Oh, okay.
It had a knife.
So you talked about
That's not
a knife.
That's not.
Nate is in Colorado,
Oh,
and
nice.
Michael, where are you?
No way!
Michael, where did you go? Why did you just? There you are. No.
Brisbane,
What?
Australia?
For some reason, excuse me, my camera doesn't go to Michael. Isn't that the weirdest thing?
Racist. Your camera's racist.
No, he's frozen out for all of us.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he just dropped out.
Yeah, he just mentioned the power went out.
He just went only one Australian per Google Hangout.
That's it. We're all topped out now.
He owes me money.
Oh my God! I have a feeling he'll come back because Michael is the one that was telling us about you and your production company.
What did he
and
say?
He said you're just a
I've
nice,
heard about Michael
nice
from
guy.
Brisbane.
Mm-hmm.
Did he mention the spider and how dangerous it was?
That's probably what happened. A spider took
He
him
was
away.
going to be the one person who could vouch for me
the
and the
spider.
spider situation.
He's
Well,
back.
He's back.
He's back. We have to stop talking about him now.
All
Michael,
right, he's back.
see, we were talking about net neutrality, and obviously,
Michael.
there you are, Michael.
I'm here. I lost me.
Where are you from? In Brizzy?
Yeah, I live at Hendra.
You know what we call Brisbane back in Australia? Bris Vegas.
Oh,
Vegas,
it's
yeah.
right.
It's like that.
I had no idea, Michael. Now, Michael, listen. Rove is saying the spiders are quite gigantic there, and he's afraid of them.
Oh, we actually we've got a blog. There's a blog curated about that, and so we've got spiders, snakes. What else? We got crocodiles,
sharks,
alligators.
Wallabies, and all that.
Wallabies are fine.
Marsupials.
Oh, and
Huntsman
Rove, you know about
spiders.
drop
I
bears,
had a
don't
huntsman
you?
spider come at me, Michael, and they're all mocking me for it.
Yeah, but you know about drop bears, don't you?
Drop bears, he's making stuff
So,
up.
so what's worse, dealing with
You know about drop bears, how dangerous they are.
These two, I don't understand a thing they're saying between the
Michael, Michael, you forgot about the cheetahs.
Board, I don't know.
So quick, so your show, Riot.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard it described as this sort of wipeout slash.
Whose line is it anyway?
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
It's an improv
So
show,
it's improv.
but we put our performers in the worst possible circumstances.
Oh,
so
fun.
they're on a set that's on a slant like that.
Uh-huh.
One has a big wrecking ball that comes in.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
one
this
where
is
we
like
put them in a room and then we put all these spiders in and they have to improvise a
Are they
scene.
from Australia?
Yeah, and
Okay.
then there's one with sharks. At some point, I have started making ones up that don't really exist. Yeah, and it's so it's Tuesday night at 9, and it's
Now, how
it's fun
how do you
because I don't have to
go-
perform in it.
How do you go from Australia to here to Riot?
Airplane,
Like how,
airplane.
Because you're still doing shows in Melbourne, aren't you, Rove?
Well, through the delightful
There are
Steve
boats,
Carell,
yeah.
the delightful Steve Carell, who is our executive
That's
producer.
who I saw him. I saw him on the air with
Yes,
you.
he was in our first episode, and he was on my talk show that I did in Australia. That Michael will have known about. I did a show there for 10 years, and he was on many times over the 10 years.
Just say this for me. The dingo ate my baby.
Okay. The dingo ate my baby. I'm doing an impression of my accent. Oh no, that dingo ate me baby in that.
Yeah, that's better.
Oh, what's that about? Street.
Street,
Oh
mate.
no. We do a lot of that.
Yeah.
What else would you like me to say?
So do they win a lot of money? These people who are on
No,
your
they
show?
don't get paid. Well, they're celebrities. They're already earning far too much money. So we have a team of regular improvisers, and then we have 2 celebrity guests every week.
Okay.
And and then we mix them up, and they have to perform different stunts and games and tasks.
So
and
just
it's
an
fun.
idea on that, Rove.
It's funny. It sounds funny. I'm sorry. What you?
Someone mentioned it.
you
Yeah,
have
I
to
did.
laugh? Yeah. What, Michael?
So, Rove, is that like Adam Hill's show, except with performances rather than music?
No. It was like Slideshow. Did you ever watch Slideshow?
Can't remember Slideshow, but there's a couple others like
Big
that.
fan. Michael's a big fan.
Okay, listen, you guys. I'm so sorry, but I have to let Rove go. But don't forget, Tuesday nights at 9. It's Riot. It sounds like a riot. Sounds funny. He's going away. Bye, Rove.
The spiders are taking him away.
I guess he.
Forgot. Okay, let me take a photo.
Oh wait! Now it looks like I pooped my pants. Which I did.
Damn it, you're right. No, I'm just kidding.
Came out of my
Okay.
pouch.
Okay,
Grow up.
1, 2, 3. Here, right here.
Okay.
You will represent the month of May, Rove.
Delightful.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you,
Pleasure
Rove.
to meet you.
Hug it out.
Okay, hug it. No spiders.
Thank you, Hangout people.
Oh,
See
look.
ya.
Bye.
You've seen this already, all of you?
Yeah, they've seen it.
What are you all doing? Shouldn't you be at work or something?
Well, you know, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning in Australia right now.
Yeah, fair enough. That's commitment. Big fan.
I am at work.
You are watching footage of a man watching footage.
Selfie. Oh no.
Dog runs off.
Look.
No, he's looking at the cat.
Look at that
The
little
dog is
boy.
about to attack the kid. Oh my gosh, he's attacking the small child. I'm watching.
Did you see what the cat just did?
That's not a kitten.
That's a cat.
You looked away. I had the right.
Oh, the giant kid.
That was a cat.
Yeah.
But you said kitten.
Well, it's a cat,
Oh wow.
right?
It did like a big ninja kick. Cat knows kung fu.
Now this is a good
How do you
Okay.
Okay, now she's gone. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Say hi to your mum for me.
Yeah, right, mate.
Bye.
Okay, he was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Great info.
Funny guy.
He had a show running in Australia for 10 years.
Was it
And was
funny?
it good?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was like a Rove Live was the show, and
Awesome.
it ran for 10 years.
That cat is awesome. You've got to look it up. I posted it on my stream yesterday.
It went everywhere. That got to be talking point everywhere about that cat.
Yeah, that was right here in Bakersfield.
Yeah, it made Canadian news too. So.
Oh, that's so
Made
awesome.
Aussie news.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's my gripe about that, though. And you know I'm an animal lover, you guys. And I definitely, I'm not for dogs killing killing people, killing pets, or killing kids. But apparently this dog is going to get put down, or has been already.
All right, yeah.
So that's the only thing that makes me sad. Now, granted, the dog.
No, but Maria, you know how much I love dogs. I love dogs
Yeah, no, me too. Yes.
more than I love people.
More than people. Yeah.
Yeah, but if a dog is attacking people, just
No,
like that, I mean, just run up and rag the kid
No,
off his
that
body.
was the first time. That was the first time that the dog had attacked anyone.
Right.
So.
The dog has a taste for blood now.
Whoa! So now he's like a vampire. He's done. He's a White Walker.
Dragon, one of the two.
Oh, White Walker.
He's a White Walker. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. I feel sad, a little bit. But I'm glad that the little boy is fine.
But the kid wasn't provoking the dog or anything. I don't know. I mean, I prefer looking into it deeper rather than just kill the dog.
No, he was not provoking the dog. The dog.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. It's been really hot here in California. I don't know. Maybe the dog ate something bad. Who knows? You know. But
Yeah.
you know how dogs take when kids are smaller than the dog feels like the kid can be
Food.
a tasty treat or food or.
I posted the video in the chat.
Most dogs attack kids and bikes. Maybe that's why the dog thought something like that. Because I've seen dogs attack kids and bikes.
I don't know, but it's a cute dog too. But I don't know. It's a vicious dog, obviously. But anyway, okay. Listen, you guys, YouTubers, thanks for joining us. Of course, we're gonna have our hangout tomorrow. I think Matt actually will be back. So we will discuss movies. Matt from RottenTomatoes.com. We also have a bunch of guests tomorrow, including the American Idol, I believe, singer that gets voted off, if I'm not mistaken. Ryan Seacrest is in the house. Randy Jackson is in the house. And a couple other people, and I can't remember who they are now. But I will put it up on the stream. Okay? Bye, YouTubers. I will see you guys tomorrow.